I lost 50 pounds in 6 months and 1.4 million people saw me do it on YouTube. My body was tough, powerful, and strong, and over the past 2 years, my body has become gentle, soft, and some would say domesticated. So I set out on a challenge to lose the weight, and to make this challenge even tougher, I said I would not get a haircut on my face until I lost the weight. Now, obviously, today is the day I actually accomplished that goal, and I'm going to be getting a haircut. But more importantly, I'm going to tell you exactly how I lost the weight, what tactics I used, and also what were some of my biggest challenges along the way. Let's get into it. Now, I know I look crazy, unpresentable, and some may even say wild. I heard a lot of things from a lot of people during these past 4 months, basically just telling me you need to cut your hair and forget about this challenge. But you know what the crazy thing is? That no one said a single word when I went from being healthy to being unhealthy, from being in weight to being overweight. No one told me about the risk of diabetes, high blood pressure. No one said a word. Now, I know why that is. Do you know why that is? Because almost 99% of all the people that has something to say about my appearance, they were also overweight. So it's very easy to seem like everything is fine with a haircut, but whenever you look in the mirror, you can clearly see that you're also overweight. Now, I was at 180 pounds, basically meaning I gained a bunch of weight. To be able to do this, I knew I needed to have, for example, some small habits in place. So I started to introduce three main ones. Number one was exercise. Number two was trying to get a good sleep routine. And number three, going ahead and getting control over my diet. To be able to exercise, I knew I couldn't do everything I was doing before. So what I did was basically, I started to walk 10,000 steps for 30 days. Once I was done with that, I then went ahead and started a 10K program. And that's all I basically did, a 10K running program. Now after that, to be able to control my entire morning routine, I started waking up at 5 a.m. and then trying to go to sleep every single day at around 9 p.m. And lastly, for my diet, I did intermediate fasting. For me, it works best. I eat from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and then I just don't eat ever again. And that way, I don't have to worry that much about calories. But all of these habits compounded on top of each other. Now, it's been about a week since I finished this challenge, and I have some stories to share with you guys, okay? I got crazy reactions. First, I said hi to some people and they literally did not recognize me, which is absolutely insane what one haircut can actually do to a person and how much you can actually change. Number two is, throughout this challenge, I did not know this, okay? I just wasn't getting critiques and people telling me to get a haircut, but behind the scenes, there were people actually being inspired. My cousin, my barber, that actually knew about this, well, he was also inspired and he went ahead and he started to go to the gym, went on a diet, and is also doing a lot of walking in the morning. To me, that is awesome. And some people in my church basically told me, I love the challenge, Tommy, because physically we didn't notice anything. But then when we looked at your appearance and the haircuts, it was so obvious something was wrong, and it was wrong. And now that I got a haircut, it's like a weight has been lifted. But for me, it's more like I completed and I achieved what I set out to do. And without my wife, this would not have been possible. She helped me so much with just like pushing me, the motivation, and also with the meal planning. That was so important, and she helped me out a lot. Now, there is something that I noticed throughout this challenge, and it's that once I completed it, I knew for a fact I could not go back to the way I used to live. That always ends with a yo-yo effect. I lose weight, I gain weight. I lose weight, I gain weight. I'm sick and tired of going through those motions. So I realized the only way to keep this weight off and basically keep improving is to not stop the lifestyle. I have to live this way. So those three key elements, I'm going to continue doing them basically for as long as I possibly can. And it's going to be exercising, and that means for me running. I'm going to be doing a 5 kilometer plan, a 10 kilometer plan, a half a marathon, and then also a full marathon. I'm always going to be in that cycle. I think that's going to help me out a lot, and it's going to keep things fresh and basically a lot easier to follow. I'm also going to start doing some weight training. If you're wondering why I don't go to the gym, it's because it's a place where it's not safe for my eyes. I see a lot of stuff in the gym I don't want to see. I hear a lot of music I don't want to hear. So I rather just work out from home or work out on the streets. I'm just being honest. Second, I'm going to keep doing intermediate fasting. It's something I told my wife, I think it just works the best. So I'm going to basically start eating at 9 a.m., stop eating at 5 p.m., and just keep doing that for as long as I possibly can. It just works best. And lastly, I'm going to try to keep the same sleeping cycle. That means from 9 to 10 p.m. as latest, and waking up at 5 to 6 a.m. as the latest time, okay? I think it works best for my body and my cycle, and I wake up basically very recovered. And lastly, guys, this challenge was crazy, but I have even a crazier one, which is me not using my cell phone or my smartphone anymore. If you want to watch that video when it comes out, make sure to subscribe to the channel because that will be coming out. And lastly, I do have some parting words for you guys, and it's that David Goggins, I'm back. You know, Tommy Bryson